Hey, this is Kevin Wilkie again, and over the next few minutes I'm going to walk you through the three-step process to acknowledge and express your gratitude to the people that made the biggest impact in your life as you're growing up and even as an adult. So quick, I'm going to just give you the real quick story behind how this all came about. For me, it was three people who really influenced me when I was young and growing up. I was a quiet, shy, unconfident, low self-esteem kid that didn't really have much belief in myself. And there's three people that saw more in me than I saw myself. First, it was my uncle when I was around 7 years old, and he wrote this letter that my mom gave to me one day. And being a little kid, I read this thing of how he saw this great young man that was growing up, and he just saw so much potential in me, and I had no idea what to do with it, but it kind of like set it aside. But in the back of my mind, it really made an impact on me. It really meant that somebody saw something in me, and that somebody that I looked up to. Then second was my sixth grade teacher, Mrs. March. And sixth grade is one of those pivotal times where you want to kind of fit in with everybody else. But for me, school always came easy. I learned quickly, I had a good memory, so I always was able to do well in school. And that was a time where it would have been easy for me to shrink down and not try and be my best, but just be average like everybody else. But she expected the best out of everybody, including me, and she wouldn't accept anything less. And she made it safe and okay for me to excel and be the best because that's what was expected. And I went on to get straight A's throughout school from that point forward, got a scholarships to be able to go to the college of my choice, and then become a highly successful entrepreneur. And if it wasn't for her expecting the best out of me and not accepting anything less, I would have just shrunk and tried to fit in and be average. And then last was my aunt when I was a teenager, and she kept telling my mom, Kevin, he's gonna grow up and be somebody special when he gets older. I just see it, I know, I feel about it. He's a handsome man, he's smart, and he's gonna be somebody. My mom always told me that. That's what she always said. And always, again, as a teenager, I wanted to put off like, doesn't matter. But it did matter. It did. Somebody saw something in me, and that really made a difference. So I sat down and went through this process I'm going to take you through. So the exercise for you, in a minute, you're going to pause this video and really think back who influenced you, and come up with at least three people, or up to three people, might be one or two or three, and it maybe was when you're growing up, or maybe it was when you became an adult, or maybe it was when you went through a transition in your life, or got a new job, or started a new business, or moved to a new place. But somebody along the way saw more in you and really expressed that and made a difference in your life. And get connected to who those three people are. So go ahead, pause this video, and create your list of three people. All right, great job of doing that. So the next thing I want to talk about is in step 2, realize that these are just normal people. What they did is living their normal everyday life experience for them. They didn't go out to make a profound difference in your world. Instead, they were just going through their everyday life, but by doing that, they made an impact for somebody else. In this case, it was you. And nobody ever stopped to tell them that. There's probably other people that they made a difference, but nobody took the time like you are right now to express their gratitude and acknowledge them for the difference they made, which is even more amazing to the type of character person that they are. They didn't do this for recognition. They did it just because they wanted to make a difference in somebody else. They wanted to express what they saw in somebody else. So here in a minute, you're going to write a letter to the first one of those people. And before you do that, I'm going to go through a short little kind of meditation to get you really connected to that person. And at the end, you're going to pause the video again and start writing your letter. So first, place your feet on the floor and get comfortable in the chair you have. And also, hopefully you have something to write on, a piece of paper and a pen, or maybe at your computer. And now that you're situated, ready to start, first close your eyes and feel your feet on the floor and grounded and comfortable and connected. And take a deep breath in and let that out, and another deep breath in and let that out. and start feeling the tension releasing from your body. And you're becoming more and more relaxed and peaceful as you breathe in and let out. Deep breath in and let it out. Now picture the person and imagine what you're going to say to them, acknowledging them for what they did for you, expressing your gratitude for what it means to you now. And keep breathing, deep breath in and let it out. Now picture that person receiving your letter and the meaning to them as they read it, and hear what you have to share with them. What does it feel like to see them receive that and how they're reacting? All right, take another deep breath in and let it go. And now open your eyes, pause this video, and beginning your letter, writing your letter to that first person. All right, welcome back. Wasn't that an amazing experience to write that first letter? So your next step is you're gonna do that 2 more times with the next 2 people. You can rewind this video, go through that little meditation to get connected to the next one that you want to write to or record a video to, and then start it over again. And you're gonna do that 2 more times. You can pause now and go and do that. And then when you're gonna come back, we're gonna go into step 3. All right, welcome back, step 3. Next thing is, of course, you're going to mail those 3 letters, and then I invite you to invite 3 other people into doing this process. You see what a difference it made for you, how connected you got to that, and being able to express that gratitude, how alive it makes you feel, and the difference it's going to make for that person to receive that. So share this with 3 other people, invite them to this page, and then second, I invite you to start living a life of an everyday influencer, just like they did, but you can now do it for the other people in your everyday life. And you can do this by recognizing others, their strengths or greatness, or when they stand out, both in the big ways and in those small little moments, and acknowledge them for it. It could either be spoken or written words, and guaranteed they may never have got this from anybody, or if people have expressed it, they can never get enough, because you're raising them up, you're lifting out, and you're recognizing the best and the greatness in them. People, we all live in a world of negativity right now, with news and media and coworkers, sometimes even family and friends. And we need hope and inspiration and people to speak belief into our lives so we live bigger and reach our potential and be able to accomplish what we want. So raise up the life of the people around you and those that you come in contact with. You never know the people that you'll touch and the lives you'll change from the small acts of being an everyday influencer. You don't need to be a Gandhi to be the change that you want to see in this world. You can then just live the quote that you get, be the change that you want in this world, and just make it a part of your life moving forward. And here's the great thing, is by doing this, you're forming a new habit. So the foundation of how a habit is, you have a stimulus, then you have a response, then a reward, and then a habit. So it's happening on both sides. So for them, the person that you see something good in them, the stimulus is they have somebody express something that they did that was great. And the response is somebody recognized it and acknowledged them for it. So they did something good, somebody recognized it, acknowledged them for it. The reward is it made them feel good about themselves. And the habit is they're gonna keep doing it more and more and more of it. So then, that's the habit that they're forming, is they're doing something good, it's recognized, they feel good about that recognition, and they're gonna do more of it. For you, the habit you're forming is, the stimulus is you see somebody do something good out there in the world. The response is you recognize and acknowledge them for it. The reward is it makes you feel good about yourself for doing that and having more gratitude for your own life. And then the habit is you're gonna keep doing more and seeing these little moments and these big moments of the people around you and expressing it, feeling good about yourself, having more gratitude in your life, and that's the habit that you get to form. It's the simplest ideas like this that can change the world. I completely believe and committed to the life of the simple idea and committed to living a life of awakening potential of all the people around me that I get to come in contact with. My vision, my big goal is to have 10 million people go through this everyday influencer process, touch the lives of 30 million people all around the world, and it starts right here and right now with you. So I invite you to share this with the people that matter most to you, and we're launching the site everydayinfluencer.org here in the near future. So share in your comments below your own experience that you got to have when you're doing this. And we would love to share your story with other people to inspire others to do this as well. So I would love to hear your story. Share in the comments below. We can't wait to hear from you. Thanks.